Hello, wonderful viewers. You're welcome once again to my YouTube channel. My name is Beatrice Chimpi. This is the space where we get empowered, motivated, refined to live our best lives ever. A place for marriage, parenting, finances, health, wealth, beauty and fashion, and everything around that. Please, if you're a new viewer, you are highly welcome. If you're an old subscriber, you're most welcome once again. This is Maviki on board. You're welcome.
Thank you for hosting me. How are you, beautiful people? Happy to be here with you, Madam Beatrice. I'm Victoria Mavike, mother of 4, orthopedic officer, health public officer, and baker, professional baker, and real estate manager. Nice to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vicky. And today, as you see the title, it's a discussion about House Helps Part 2. If you did not watch Part 1 of this video, be sure to go in the link below and tap on that video and watch it. But today we are still talking about housemaids, and the question is, do we really need these people?
In my opinion, I think we do.
And if so, for how long? Until we are 50? For how long?
For as long as you can have them. That's my opinion.
We've had so many stories, some of them of our own. Myself, I've had the good, the bad, and the ugly. And to tell you the truth, the ugly is not something that I want to remember, but it has left a big impact on my family, on my children, to the extent that the children right now, when you tell them to choose between having one and not having, they tell you, Mommy, we don't need a maid. They will lay for you down. She does this, she does this, she does this. Not in a way of... Actually, my children always talk to me about their really bad things. Not to make them be sent away, but to show you that, we love the house when they're not here. Yes, so...
with my own experience, I don't think I've really had it that rough. Yes, because I've had one who stayed for 4 years. I've had ones that really became my friends, that we still we still talk. So I would think, in my opinion, we would still need them. They are still really helpful.
Vicky, I know a wife or mother out there has an opinion like mine and one like yours, depending on where they are. You know that saying where the bad maids that I've had have rubbed away the good that the ones that were there did. That I'm so traumatized over around 3 instances. Like one, I found my 5-month-old baby. That's why I decided to take my baby to daycare. I passed through the back door only to find this maid watching TV. The baby had not yet begun sitting, so the baby was laid in a basin full of poo, and then telling this baby, Sirika, keep quiet. But this is someone who, when you're there, they don't show that. But this is how they are speaking to your baby. By then, I had gone back to work around 3 months. Then the other one, I've had 2 who have left them in the house. Like you literally come back home, there's a phone at home. So when I called one of the incidences, my big daughter picked while crying, Mommy, we were waiting for you to call. Auntie went long time in the morning and she did not come back. According to my daughter, I know how she is. She'll never forget this experience. Another one, because my daughter stands up for people's rights. So when it comes to her siblings, Serene will stand up. Will tell you, no, don't beat my brother. No, you cannot do that to her. You're not supposed to do that. And so this maid felt like, I think, when the mother goes, I'm having another person. You cannot control me, you're just a mere kid. And then this maid beats the kid. I come back home one day on an instance. The girl was rambling. I have this instinct where I just come back home, all of a sudden, and the things you find have left us and the children traumatized to the extent that, Vicky, I'm feeling like at some point I'll do away with maids. Why? I've tried to take children, to daycare, to start them early in school, all because of that. And I know there's a parent out there who is also wrestling with that. Maybe you've had hearsays, or it was first-hand and maid mistreated your children. So that is where I'm coming from to say, for me, I don't think even in the next 5 years,
Beatrice, I would think About you finding the baby in poop and all that messed up, yes, that's really bad. But again, I would think we as mothers are also supposed to be conscious. My opinion is if a baby is that young, put them somewhere where you trust. I don't say we should stay with them when, I mean, they're necessary. But not to the extent of leaving them with the infant, those very little babies, you know. When you have kids who can at least speak for themselves, when you have kids who can fight for each other, like you say, give them the rules, tell them what to do, let them be respectful, but again, not to be, you know, to be stepped on. For me, my argument is, we still need them, but we have to be mindful. Know that this is the right age. This age is not right. I really feel so bad. My heart cries out for all those mothers who have no option but to leave their very young babies to people who are strangers. I think it is fair that if you can leave work for the meantime, do until that baby gets to some stage where they can at least talk for themselves, if they can air out what they went through in the day. Ask them, by the way, find out. I don't think it is really bad if I asked my child, my 3-year-old, how was your day? Try to find out. Like me and my kids actually now, we have to evaluate the week. We talk about what have you been disappointed with? What has disappointed you? How can we help you? Because now we have different children. We have 9-year-old, 7-year-old, I have a 2-year-old, and then months old. But you know how to deal with them. Don't leave them to their, you know, care totally. If your sister can be around for the meantime, if someone can be around that you trust, you know, but I would think they're still necessary to help us around. Yes.
Actually, I've had so much help from my siblings, a lot of help. But you know, myself, I think I suffer with lack of trust. It's not something that I love, but once again, something that I feared most happens to me, something of that sort. I feel like, oh my God, I cannot take this road anymore. I have precautions right now which I follow for me to get someone that I can trust and leave my children. But my direction apparently is, I know most mothers do this not because they want to leave the 3 months old, to leave the 2 months old with the maids. But you know, the economy is so strict. The economy is really so bad that, you know, the home needs also your money. And you look at, if I stay home with a baby, yet I can find help and I go and work. Right now, you think it will help. But for me, I've reached a point where my focus, the next 5 years, if I've been putting energy in getting, you know, financially stable or independent, it's now more than ever. Creating jobs for myself, creating things that I can do from home, that even when I have help, it's just outsourced for a short time because of those traumas. Myself, I may not be traumatized, but the issue is the children who will never forget. I have friends of mine who have scars that the maid beat them with a mingling stick. Some have scars the maid, you know, beat them with their teeth. And this is not what I want for my children. And I feel in this era, and right now, my focus is going towards being self-employed, having my children take over than, you know.
That's true, but also, like I said, side hustles, we need help in a way that, now imagine, I would give an example of myself, you know, I'm a baker. So being a baker is also a bit stressful. It is very intense. I'm telling you, it's really, really intense. The process of baking, you have to cool the cakes, you have to decorate them, arrange them, you know, it's a whole, the house can become a mess. So if I can get that help, well, use it carefully and wisely, I think I would still...
So that is the point. There is the point where you said side hustle. You're now self-employed. Yes. You're in the presence of your children.
Yes, I am, but as well, where I would still say I still need them, even with the side hustles or side businesses, which we have talked about.
Then to the mother who doesn't have a side hustle, they are fully employed. I look at my friends who are bankers. Some of them are given 1 month home. They have to be at work by 6:47. They come back very late, like at 9. It's a stress.
It's stressful.
So I feel like as women, we have to empower ourselves financially, because the only one reason that makes us leave our roles here at home to go and do, you know, be employed, you know, in other companies is because we are looking for money. But my direction right now is to get more side hustles, not even one, more side hustles that can bring in money. And even if this money is not as equivalent to the one I used to get when I'm employed, I'll be satisfied because my children are here for a short time. Yet I can always, you know, you know, continue my life or other things when they become of age.
I know, I understand. But I would still say we need the help.
Yeah.
Just use it wisely. To me, I think it is still very, very okay to use the people. Be mindful of where you get them, like we talked about. Watch the red flags, you know, but about not having them totally, I still think I would
You get
really...
chills on the thought of having all the work on your shoulder.
Yes, like I remember when I'd just given birth, my back, actually up to now, it's not yet fine. So I really can't do all this
running around,
yes, with my side hustle, and I'm doing it at home. I would still need that maid. I would still need the help.
Up to when?
I'm still, up to when, as long as I can still handle. As long as I can still handle. Okay. Yes, yes.
Because I have friends of mine who are strong-hearted, Like you look at a lady and she's really hard-hearted, like she doesn't fear. The maid goes today, tomorrow she's having another one, like with no thought. Do you know the fact that I'm traumatized? You can get me a maid, Anne gets me a maid, Sarah gets me a maid, but it will take me over 3 weeks before I make up my mind to tell you, Vicky, it's okay for you to bring that maid.
It's understandable.
Like, but some people don't even think about it. As long as Vicky has said there's a maid, bring her over. But maybe they have not had their share of, you know, bad experiences, the ugly. But for me, and you know, when it comes from your child, she speaks, you just feel like she's piercing your heart. Am I a bad mother? Did I have to choose the other things over my children? Yeah, I think as parents, as mothers, we have to slow down a bit. To slow down a bit. Our viewers will comment and tell us what they think, what will work for them. But me, I think I'm too much of, you know, I want to slow down a bit and, you know, let my children catch up. Thank you so much, Vicky, for that. To our viewers, I don't know what your take will be, but it's still on the table. We are not deciding for anyone according to where your heart is, where your emotions are right now, the stage where you are, what you think is good, best works for you. Comment. Would you rather leave your job and be home, or would you rather have them over, you know, the maids, continue with the hustle with the maids? Madam Vicky, any kind remarks, last remarks for our mothers?
Let us be, as mothers, very mindful. Please, if you can get help from reliable sources, please do. If you can do without them, it's very okay. Those who can do without them, be very mindful. Thank you so much for watching. Please, thank you for coming around.
Well, that has been us about the housemaids. It was a discussion. We didn't have concrete conclusions for reasons of being that we are all parents, wives on different sides of the world. So what is going to work for you will really depend on where you are right now, what you think. But please let the discussion continue in the comments below. Thank you for coming around. Thank you for choosing this channel. If you've not yet subscribed, please do subscribe, share, comment, like, click the notification bell so that anytime the video is up, you're the first to be notified. Thank you, the notification gang. Till next time, bye.